Welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is The Green Show. I'm your host, Matthew, and I'm joined by Henry and Rhys. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, all good.
Could be better, could be worse.
All right, well, let's get straight into it because we've got a lot to talk about today. As it was transfer deadline day 2 days ago, yeah? Was it 2 days ago?
Is it 2 days ago now?
Yeah.
2 days ago,
Christ.
yeah. As it was 2 days ago, we'll talk all through all the deadline day transfers at the big clubs, plus the games from the weekend, starting with the Marcelino Nunes to Ipswich transfer. So he swapped yellow and green for blue and white as he joined Norwich's rivals. The 25-year-old averaged a 7.4 match rating last campaign and is a superb addition for the Tractor Boys. He's the first player to move from Norfolk to Suffolk since Andy Marshall in 2001. Will he do well?
There's a reason for that, is that this transfer doesn't happen.
No.
Never happen. And I say, he seems like a solid player, and obviously you're weakening your opposition.
He's good.
I'm hesitant because he played for Norwich, but I also think that he doesn't quite understand the rivalry there from what I've seen in the interview with his former teammate.
Oh, see, I disagree, because if you watch this video from the announcement, he's properly trying to rile up the Norwich fans. You know, he's pointing to the badge. He's saying about how East Anglia's blue and white and stuff. He's properly playing into it.
I don't know.
That's what made me so
That might be a
interested
marketing
in this transfer.
thing,
I know
but
it was, but it was really funny because they really played into the rivalry in the marketing videos.
He'll do a good job, and we needed a bit more solidity in that midfield, especially given our deadline date business, which was mental.
Let's get on to that then. So alongside their new midfielder, Ipswich signed 3 other players before the window shut. Even Azon joined on loan from Como. I'm probably going to butcher this pronunciation, but Sindre Wooler Egeli joined permanently. And a player who knows this league well, Darnell Furlong, joined from West Brom. Yeah. Although whilst they've gained all these players, they've also lost Chiedozie Ogbene, Ali Al-Hamadi, Finley Barbrook, Connor Chaplin and Luke Wolfenden.
That's a lot of kind of starting players and first team players to let go in the window, especially Connor Chaplin, who's up there with our leadership team.
I was shocked. You let him go on loan as well.
Yeah. I don't get that.
That's what doesn't make sense to me.
That baffles me a little bit. I understand the fact that we've got 2 players in that position now who are quality and are probably better than Chaplin, so he is third choice. But he was still getting picked.
So my question is then, have you strengthened or have you weakened?
I think we have still strengthened, yeah. But
I don't think you've done that much business. I mean, I think the Nunes signing is very good. I think Darnell Furlong's very good. The other 2 I'm not sure on.
Darnell Furlong, we can now build a West Brom backline.
Yeah, that's the
I think you've literally got a backline of West Brom.
Who have always known
even
goalkeepers solid.
Like,
but they won't be the starters, I don't believe, or not all of them.
I can't work out who's going to start up front for you now.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know who our striker. It's probably going to be
George
Hurst.
Hurst.
It's George Hurst, which is not great.
It can't be that.
But you're going to have Sammy Schmodix or Chuba Akpom behind him. And then you'll have Jaden Philogene and who's the other winger who we've got? Jack Clark.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he hasn't started well, but he did score in the last
and
game.
both those players we know can do it. And we've got the former Championship Player of the Season and Chuma Akpom, who was also quality in the... Did he win the Player of the Season?
I forgot about Chuba Akpom, yeah.
Yeah, so they've got 2 quality 10s, which is the issue. We needed a striker, that's what we need.
Right, well, we'll get on to your game this weekend. You're still yet to win a game, despite playing one of the lower down teams this weekend. The Rams played out an entertaining 2-2 draw at Portman Road, which saw the hosts score a penalty in the 16th minute of stoppage time through Jack Clark. Yeah. With Sheffield United up next, when will Ipswich finally pick up a win?
Against Sheffield United.
You think so?
I think they're
in
awful.
Such bad form. Again, they have made a lot of signings, so
they've improved their backline, which is vital, and they've made a couple of other key additions. But I think
another draw though. It
is another draw,
and it's lucky to get a draw. To be honest, having got it so late on,
we didn't deserve it. What I would say, back in the Championship, a lot of new additions, a lot of exits. I think it will eventually click. I feel like the season might not be as good as we thought it was going to be, but I think it won't be anything to worry about. I think it will be fine. I think playoffs are at least expected.
I think that would be tough, but we'll move on to Southampton, because since selling Dibling and Fernandez, they've been very, very busy in the transfer market. So in the final few days of the weekend, they've signed Finn Azaz from Middlesbrough, Tom Fellows from West Brom, Kasper Janda from Nuremberg, Elias Schillert from Galatasaray, and finally Leo Cienza from Heidenheim. How far can these players push them up the table?
Well, they need something because they've not had, I said, the best start of the season. I think that Aziz signing is a pretty good
Azaz
signing.
is great, yeah.
I think that is a really good signing.
And Fellows, I think, is going under the radar.
Yeah.
He got double digits for assists last campaign.
So I think they've obviously lost some crucial players, but there's also brought in quality as well. Yeah. So I feel like
Fellows is better than Dibling in my opinion. He's more experienced and has proven it in the Championship.
That's a debate.
He's proven it in the Championship previously. I reckon Dibling will have a higher ceiling and much higher.
The thing is,
Velo's
though,
better in
as
the
I say, it's a wild claim, but I do agree with it. I think Dibling is one of the most overrated players to have left Southampton.
I don't think that's the case.
I think he will be good, but I think he's nowhere near the valuation that
he's not
Everton
good now. They're
him.
paying for a future player, which
I
is
guess
fine.
so,
You can do that.
I think
right now,
Fernandes is a bigger loss.
Tom Fellows
Yes,
is quality and will score goals. And who's the other guy they signed? I forget his name.
Finn
Finazaz.
from Middlesbrough.
Seen him at Plymouth.
He's very good.
Quality. Stepped up to Middlesbrough. Scored bags of goals and was on fire. And now stepping up to Southampton, he'll have a chance at the Premier League if he does.
I'm going to say,
does his work.
out of all the clubs, I think their business probably excites me the most. But
I don't mind Sheffield United's business.
yeah, but we'll get on to that. But talking about Southampton's last game, which was this weekend, they were also held in a 2-2 draw by Watford. So Aaron Kuda scored an equaliser in the 81st minute.
2 free kicks.
Yeah.
This man is mental.
So Southampton's goal came from Cameron Archer and Ryan Manning, who scored yet another free kick.
Wow.
When will they kick on though, Southampton? Because obviously they're sat in 13th.
Yeah, it's a difficult start.
It takes a while.
Yeah,
For the manager.
but I think you've seen all the sides that have come down this season. They've all struggled so much, and it's,
Yes.
and
Well,
much more
we
than
are
the next
fourth,
one.
but-
You're fourth, but you had that little bit of a poor start and things.
Yeah.
You're kicking on now, but saying generally those kind of top sides have struggled. So
What do you think of Will Still? Because I'm not convinced yet, and I thought he would be the best manager in the Championship, but so far he's not adapted enough.
no, but I think I guess he maybe still needs time to kind of adapt and stuff. He's brought his own players in now in this window, so I guess Southampton needs to kind of see what he can do.
He has to
from
perform.
this.
He has to perform. I think it takes a while for a new system to bed.
Yeah.
But this guy's very clever and very good with his players, so I reckon it will click. Kieran McKenna's the best manager in the league, though, so don't start. But I would say that I'm surprised about Ruben Schellers and how poor a
Yeah,
start
we'll get
he's had.
we'll get onto them.
Can you tell I want to talk about Sheffield United?
I can tell. We've
go.
got one more team to talk about, and then we are on to Sheffield United. So next team is Leicester, the other relegated team. So on deadline day, the Foxes finally made some signings. Julian Carranza, an Argentinian striker, joined from Feyenoord. Jordan James moved back to the Championship from Rennes, and Aaron Ramsey joined from Burnley. All of these are on loan. We started well, winning 3 from 4 in the second tier. Will these signings help us push further up the table?
They'll get you promoted.
You reckon?
They'll get you promoted.
I'm more confident. I mean,
Jordan James had talent at Birmingham.
this is the one I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I mean, Carranza, I don't know about. Aaron Ramsey, it's whether we can keep him fit. Jordan James
will perform. Aaron Ramsey, I reckon, is a Championship player.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll get you promoted, but I reckon he won't take you much more.
He did all right for the clubs that he went on loan to. I mean, he's never really been a starter for Burnley because he kept getting injured. But when he's gone on loan, he's done well on his loan sales because obviously I was having a look at his stats. But Jordan James at Birmingham, I remember we played them away 2 seasons ago and he scored twice in that game. And I remember thinking then he is one of the best players on the pitch.
Did he sit between the Bellingham brothers? Is that right? So Jude came through, then it was Jordan, then Job came through. Is that
but
right?
Job obviously left for Sunderland, but
yeah. But Job had a bit of time at Birmingham as well.
Yeah.
So he's kind of the kind of next up in the Bellingham line.
Well, he's only 21. So, and
He's still only 21.
apparently, I don't know if it's true, but apparently we have an option to buy him for 5 million at the end of the loan. Only 5.
That's not bad.
But if he performs, 21-year-old midfielder, that could be an
Ren
absolute
thought
steal.
they'd buy him and he'd kick on, and he really didn't.
Well, he was in and out of the team. So
Yeah, at a young age, I feel like the Championship is a much better breeding ground for talent like that, personally.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he will help you. And who's the other player you signed?
It was Julian Carranza. He's a striker from Feyenoord. Being honest, his numbers don't look all that impressive. According to Feyenoord fans that I've been reading,
I wouldn't call him a Feyenoord fan.
No, not Jamie. According to Feyenoord fans that I've been reading online, they seem to suggest he's a very slow player, but he knows where the net is. So if we can,
That's fine.
If we can
That's what
make
you
him
need.
work in our
That's
system,
very
he'll
serviceable.
score.
You play him up top as a poacher. You have creative midfielders and creative wingers to get the ball in the back into the box, and then he can just be there to
I
whack
think
it.
Cifuentes wouldn't have brought him in if he didn't have a role envisioned for him. But
Yeah, who was his striker when he was at West Brom? Who did he have playing up front? I can't remember.
he was at QPR. But I can't remember who it was.
Was it Shane Long?
It was. No, it wasn't. I can't remember what his name is.
wasn't
I
someone
can
pacey.
picture. I can picture him.
He
but
wasn't
I can't-
pacey, so I feel like
No,
he
he wasn't.
I feel like he can make it work.
But-
we'll see if this guy's actually good or not by the number of goals he scores.
I'm
Pretty
not
simple.
sure, but we'll move on to our outgoings. So Bilal El Khanous has now officially left, unfortunately.
Stuttgart, right?
Yeah, he's joined Stuttgart on loan.
Is it
with
an option or an
It's with an obligation to buy.
Oh, right, okay. So he's got-
Also departing Awoya Koulibaly, Will Alves, Nathaniel Opoku, Sammy Braybrook, and James Justin. Do you
I'm
reckon-
surprised about Baybrook? I thought he'd get minutes.
Lyndon Dykes was the striker at QPR, of course. I could picture
he's
it. I
out
couldn't think
Birmingham.
of the
Yeah.
name.
What a I'm trying to think of the right word to describe Lyndon Dykes. He's a aggressive little fucker, isn't he? It would just mess about. And I feel like if you got another striker like that, that's perfect.
No, do you think we'll be fine without Bilal El Khanous? Because I think with the signings
You were never going to keep him, were you?
There was a time it looked like we could. I'm glad we sold him because he didn't
Has he
want
gone
to
to
be
Champions
here.
League football? It should go.
Europa League.
Europa League football. Okay.
But I think we'll be fine without him, to
I'm
be honest.
surprised the club he's gone to. I thought he'd go to somewhere, maybe not higher, but a bit more of a project. I feel like Stuttgart is a bit underrated. I don't know. But it's good signing for Stuttgart. They pulled off great business, but I
mean,
just
they
didn't think they'd be
basically
able to do
signed
it.
him, but they're not paying us till next year, in effect.
I ignore the whole obligation to buy thing. They have bought him. It's just they wanted to add a little bit of extra time on it. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on to the last bit about Leicester, which is the Friday night game this week, which was against Birmingham. And they saw them off 2-0. The goals came from Fatawu and Ricardo, and the Foxes perhaps started to show their class in this league.
Yeah.
Birmingham showed a lot of weaknesses, and with many fans predicting them to win the league, has this brought them back down to reality?
Oh, Birmingham will not win the league. And I think we've all said this on this podcast before, and I'm not even taking the piss anymore trying to rile fans up. They are not going to win the league. You don't know. There is quality and investing, which is great, but there are clubs in this division who know how to win the championship. Like Sheffield United as well are a class act in this league.
I mean, we've won the league more
Ipswich
times than
been
any
able
club.
to do it. Who else is in the league at the moment? Who's Southampton, exactly.
But I think,
there's so much quality of who know how to, when you get to the final latter stages of the championship and know how to grind out results and how to get yourself into those playoff spots.
I will say, I'm in no doubt, especially with the bit we're about to go into, that Birmingham will get playoffs. I think they will. But I don't think they'll be in the auto. Well, they'll be in the auto race perhaps, but I don't think they'll be near getting it come the end of the season. But they are a good team.
I mean, you've just come up from the championship. Enjoy the fact that you've performed well and are one of the better sides in the division, but respect the fact that there are still clubs in this division of serious quality and serious investment from Premier League parachute payments.
I think also we've talking more about the game, you kind of saw the quality of the individuals shine through. I mean, like Fatawu's goal, for example, there aren't many players in the championship that would have not even the quality, just the confidence to do that. And it's also the fact Marty kind of came in with a game plan, which is very clear, which is let them have the ball, they want the ball, and then counter. And that worked well. So it kind of maybe showed a bit of tactical naivety kind of with from Birmingham. But we'll move on to their signings, which were 2 deadline day deals, one of which I think is very impressive, which is Patrick Roberts, who's dropped back down to the Championship to join Birmingham, whilst Jack Robinson joins them, I think, permanently from Sheffield United. The Blues were seemingly lacking a winner and also could have done with some strengthening at the back. Are these good signings?
Yeah, Patrick Robinson's got some quality about him. Didn't really make it in the Prem, but I feel like he's fairly serviceable in the Championship. He's seen it before. And I don't know about the other guy. I'm not too sure.
He's a defender. He's been around, to be fair. I think he's decent. He's
I recognise the name, but he's one of these people who I've kind of just glossed over a little bit. I'm sure he's solid in the Championship. I say Sheffield United. He's probably part of the Sheffield United teams that have done well when they got promoted in the Championship. So I feel like both players are serviceable, solid, and that's probably what Shellers needs right now.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Sellers?
Shellers?
It's no. Chris Davies at Birmingham. It's Birmingham.
I am thinking of Sheffield United again. Well, I've got Sheffield United on the brain.
We're nearly there, but we'll talk about the other one of the other newly promoted clubs, which is Wrexham, because they also had a very busy deadline day. Issa Kabore joined on loan from Manchester City, along with Coventry captain Ben Sheaf and Dominic Kian from Blackburn Rovers, who I'll be honest, I don't know much about. The Welsh team are looking to cement their place in the Championship, so hopefully these new additions could help them. Where do you think they will finish?
I think they'll be fine.
With the business done, what kind of range are we talking?
Top half?
Top half, you reckon?
Yeah, top half.
I reckon that kind of 10th to 14th.
Yeah, I think just solid mid-table, I think.
Because I know they've signed players like Ben Sheaf, who has got quality at this level, but I still think there's too many duds in that squad.
I think they've changed 10 outfield players. No, it's 10 out of 10 outfield players from last season, and they're all okay Championship players, so I think they will be an okay Championship team. Top half, mid-table. 10 sounds about right to me.
Well, they finally got a win this weekend. They won away at the Den, not an easy place to win. The goals came from Kiefer Moore and Lewis O'Brien. It's not been the easiest start for them with some very tricky teams on the opening weekends, but beating Millwall, who are expected to compete for a playoffs, is perhaps a statement of their intent.
Yeah.
Indeed, yeah.
I think it's fine. I think people feel like Josh Windass is also a huge pickup.
He's injured, isn't he? I think.
No, you're thinking of Danny Ward.
No, Josh Windass got injured in the first game. I'm not sure if he's back now, but he was
Pretty
injured.
sure he's back. I thought I saw he's back.
But Danny Ward, did you see that photo of him in Mackey's?
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if that's real or not. I really
Surely
hope
not.
that's real, because if it's real, that's hilarious. But
Yeah.
I don't think it is real.
But obviously, he's now been injured against Sheffield Wednesday, wasn't it?
No, it was against Millwall. I
Bill,
think.
sorry, yeah. So we've got back to what's his name, Arthur Okonkwo.
Okonkwo, yeah. I don't know what his
I
first
actually
name is.
prefer that. I think
I don't know why they dropped him.
you've taken him. He's taken you all the way up to the Championship. Give him a chance to prove himself.
Yeah, I agree with that. But we'll finally move on to where you wanted to move on to, which is Sheffield
Finally,
United.
finally.
So let me just say a bit, and then you can say what you want. So they've obviously not had the start they would have wanted, remaining pointless, but they have looked to rectify this by making lots and lots of signings. In the last week, they've signed Danny Ings, Japhet Tanganga, Tahith Chong, Alex Matos, Chijozie Ogbene, Mark McGuinness, and Ben Mee. Some of these players have real pedigree at this level, and others bags of potential. Is this going to help them charge up the table now?
It will certainly help them turn things around. They've solidified that defence because I feel like it was looking a little bit weak. A lot of defensive issues in those first few games.
I mean, Ben Mee signing
That's a
Ben Mee
class,
to the
man.
Championship.
That's
How
a
have they
Centre
done
back
that?
duo of Ben Mee and Japhet Tanganga. It's
So
solid.
I don't know how
yeah.
they've done that. That's ridiculous.
Mate, they looked at it and they went, "Oh, we're really shit at the back. Let's just buy the best defenders we can get," and they did it.
Also,
Yeah.
I think one that's going under the radar, Alex Matos. What a signing that is.
Yeah, solid. Hopefully, he'll have an impact.
He did well at Oxford last season. I want to say it was.
I think it was.
He's a good young midfielder. I think he's got big things ahead of him.
Yeah. But it's a big club, Sheffield United. Obviously, always at the top of the table. So we'll see how he does. Danny Ings is a weird one because he's so
he'll do
injury
well.
prone.
Yeah, surely.
Championship, he scores goals.
Championship, he will
For
score
sure.
goals. It's just his injury record that scares me a little bit. And there was another piece of business. Oh yeah, Tahith Chong, another shot at Premier League football, maybe.
I'm not sure on this one.
I've seen him.
This 50-50. It will either go really well or
Yeah,
terribly.
because he's been at Luton, he's at Birmingham City, he hasn't quite worked out. So
Yeah.
it's almost like, I almost kind of find this is like a last shot for him, really.
Yeah, I think it is. He came through at United, so I've seen a lot of him. Never really thought he was Premier League quality, in my opinion, but I feel like at the Championship, he's very serviceable and people can get a lot out of him. So if they were looking for promotion, I think he's a good quality addition. And recently, changed nationality to Curacao.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
So big up
interesting.
to Heap Chong, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Big up the Curaçaoians? The Curacao. There we go. We'll just Curacao.
Right, well, we'll move on to their game from this weekend. They travelled to Riverside for the 12:30 kickoff, and Middlesbrough became the latest side to get the better of them. The hosts won 1-0, the goal from Tommy Conway in the 64th minute. How long can Middlesbrough keep up this superb run despite losing their star man, Finn Azaz?
Yeah.
They
4
will
from
drop
4.
off, but it will. I think it's going to last a long time.
You think?
Yeah.
See, because I've got them in the playoffs, and I'm happy with that. I think they're definitely finished.
I would
there.
not be
100%
surprised. They've been up there for the last couple of years, despite sacking their greatest ever manager. I'm never going to let this
So
go.
biased.
Carrot glazing
So
is
biased, but I
unreal.
don't give a
You
shit.
can literally see your United glasses on.
Yeah, and obviously they picked up a player from Oxford City this summer, so
Did they?
They did.
Oh, the striker.
Jaden
the-
Carbon.
Jaden Carbon.
In the
You told me he
under-23s.
wasn't very good.
I did not say that.
You said he wasn't good enough for the championship, for sure.
No,
You can't go back on your
no,
word
no,
now.
no. I didn't say that. I didn't say
I'm
that.
not having this. I said Leicester were interested in him because they were, and you went, why? That would
Yeah,
be a
I was
disaster.
trying to get you off the scent. I was trying to,
Yeah,
shut up,
yeah.
you idiot. Yeah, but he will get there eventually. Obviously, just in the youth ranks right now. But if you pick up a player from Oxford City, you've got loads of luck. So that's what people say. So if you are any other Premier League Championship team, pick up a player from Oxford City, pay us a
Why
lot
do you
of
want to
money.
lose all your players?
What?
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Right,
Anyway.
well, we've spoken about all the transfer business now, so we're just going to go through some of the best games from this week.
Talk to me.
So Stoke were finally beaten. Nathaniel Phillips' goal was the difference as West Brom eked out a 1-0 win over a Stoke side that so far up to that point had picked up all the points they could have done.
Yeah.
Both sides have started the season superbly, and West Brom remain unbeaten, only dropping points in last week's draw against
Mark
Portsmouth.
Robbins is quality.
Where
Mark
will
Robbins is
both these strong sides finish?
top half? Stoke?
Yeah.
Let's talk Stoke first. Where do you think they'll finish?
Stoke top half. They will drop off.
Give me a position.
Don't do that. Just outside the playoffs.
Just outside the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, something like
And
that.
West Brom?
Playoffs.
You think
Yeah.
in playoffs?
I have
I
a funny
think that-
feeling about West Brom. They're always.
Near. They're near.
They know the championship better than any other team, and I feel like they're so strong at just grinding results in the back end that, yeah, they've got to be, in my opinion.
I do think they could be near. What do you think, Rhys?
I reckon, they got a good start. I reckon they just fall short. I think they'll be seventh. I think there's a lot of. I think
Yeah.
Middlesbrough will be in there. I think Coventry will be in there. I still think that all the promoted sides, the relegated sides from last season, will be in and around there as well.
And Sheffield United?
Sheffield United,
Do you reckon they'll get in the playoffs or not?
they need to see what happens over these next
Yeah.
4 to 6 games.
So it depends
Like-
if they decide to stick with Sellers or
Yeah,
not.
Yeah.
which I'm seeing a lot of their fans going, they just want to lose the next game, just get rid of him and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think is a little bit unfair.
Yeah.
When I think he's brought in a load of players in January, in the last day on deadline day. I think he does need that chance to kind of, because I think last week we went through all the fixtures. I just think he needs to give him that chance. But yeah,
I still think if he loses another game or two, then he will get sacked.
because who they got next?
Yeah, I mean, they have Ipswich next, so
Yeah.
I reckon if they lose that, he'll be given that because Ipswich have strengthened. They're a strong
But what's
team.
the game after that?
I don't know what the game is. I'll have to check.
Have a look, because I reckon, Ipswich is a tricky game. I feel
'Cause
like
we
can't
went.
judge him for that one,
I think
but-
we went through.
Charlton at home, that's a game they have
should
to
win that one.
And
If
then
they
Oxford,
don't-
and then Oxford away. So that's
Oh,
another.
that is a tough game.
Yeah, I think if
Oxford
you,
away's not that tough. We've got them next week. I'm not.
I think.
worried.
I
You should
think.
be. And when we win, I'm going to come back and laugh at you.
I think if you don't get results from those next.
How many
those next
teams
games-
do you support? Oh my word!
He's got the gauntlet, innit?
Ipswich,
He's got the
Oxford,
gauntlet.
bloody hell!
I have affinities to certain places and teams because of things that I do and say. Things happen.
All right, well, let's go down to League One. Cardiff beat Plymouth heavily. They were 4-0 winners against the Pilgrims with 4 different goal scorers. This comes after their statement win away at Luton last weekend. Have they cemented their position as strong favourites to bounce back up and win League One?
They ought to have done, yeah.
Yeah, they've got.
Well, because Luton were the favourites massively before the season.
There were some big clubs that went down last season. Cardiff and Luton are huge. Cardiff especially, though. Like, Cardiff should always be in the Championship or around there. They're a huge club, huge part of Welsh football, and they need to be out there to kind of fly the flag for Wales and stuff. So, yeah, I expected them to be up here. Who is it the manager at the moment?
Oh, stop asking me these questions.
I can't remember because I remember racing him.
It's not still Omar Risa, is it? I think they sacked him.
I think they sacked him, yeah.
I'm not sure who's in charge. I'm checking now.
Not Lee Grant, he went to Huddersfield.
Oh, it's Brian Barry Murphy. Of course it is.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. So yeah, I rate him. So yeah, big statement wins, but I reckon
But
this is what I should.
So you think,
Yeah,
you think Cardiff will win the
yes,
league?
I think Cardiff will win
I'm
the
saying what they're doing now is kind of what you expect them.
I've changed my opinion on Luton. I think it will be Cardiff now who win it. So
Yeah.
I'm with you there. Bradford won a 5-goal thriller.
They're looking good.
The Bantams beat Wimbledon 3-2.
Bantams.
Yeah, that's
Bantams.
Banthams, isn't it?
No, it's Bantams.
Bantams.
Whatever.
You said
Yeah.
Bantams. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Whatever, they won 3-2 against Wimbledon in a thrilling match at Valley Parade. The visitors took the lead twice, but Bradford were able to bounce back both times and eventually take the 3 points thanks to Will Swan's 83rd minute winner.
Nice.
Will both of these newly promoted sides stay up or not?
I've got hope.
Really strong starts.
Got a lot of hope.
Bradford, they're a big club. They really should kind of be in that championship. They're a massive club. So hopefully, I hope they do actually continue it because they've had an impressive start. I didn't think they would have this good of a start to the season, but yeah, they've been really impressive.
They've got a big stadium as well, haven't they? Like, it's a big stadium
And
for
they're
that
saying
level. That helps.
Yeah, and they got a good crowd as well. That really helps. Wimbledon, I think they'll start up. I think everyone had them kind of going down.
I have
this
more
season.
confidence in them now.
But I think seeing how they've started the season, I think they can continue that.
I really hope so. What do you think, Henry? Do you think they'll stay up?
I've got hope. You always like to see teams come up and stay up. It creates competition and puts pressure on kind of bigger clubs to really push to keep themselves in the league. And I've got hope after these first kind of results. I think they've done well. So why couldn't they continue it?
Yeah, I've got a lot of hope as well because I think to put it like bluntly, there's a lot of fodder at the bottom of that league that could go into League Two. So I think they'll be all right. But we've got 2 more stories to talk about now. They're both from League Two. So first one is Gillingham have now climbed to the top of the table. So thanks to results elsewhere and their 1-0 win over Oldham, they moved to the top of the table, knocking Crewe off the top spot and leapfrogging Chesterfield, who drew this weekend. Having beaten Crewe 2 weeks ago, are they now the team to beat in League Two?
They made a few signings on deadline day. I think that were quite
did.
impressive. So
Yeah, I didn't recognise any names, but I feel like they are solid for the division. Shannon was very happy with them. I know that.
Yeah. Well, they've been in League Two for a while now. So could this be their year? Do you reckon?
They're a big club.
yeah, it should be.
gonna be huge.
Yeah,
Like,
let's say not too long ago they were in the championship.
But
Yeah.
Massive club.
Exactly. So like, sleeping giant, wake them up. Let's go. Huge club. I reckon they go up.
So you reckon they go up?
I reckon
What
they
about
go
you?
Yeah, I
Rhys?
think so as well.
What
Why not?
position, if you had to give me one? Do you feel do you think
It's hard-
champions
it's
or
hard
just autos?
I think.
It changes so much in League Two. It's very hard to pin
Yeah.
it down. I just reckon.
I think they'll get autos personally. I don't think they'll win the league, but I think they'll get autos
for a second.
or third.
Oh yeah, it's different in League Two, isn't it?
We have to wait and see.
Wait and see. But yeah, I reckon they get promoted. I don't know which way.
Okay, right. And our last story is about Bromley, who are now into third. The South London side have climbed to third in League Two after beating Harrogate Town. After a solid season last year, they're building on their achievements and pushing up the Football League. They also, cover your ears, Henry, beat Ipswich in the EFL Cup. A very impressive season so far. What's in store for the rest of their campaign?
They've been really solid.
Nothing. They're going to lose every other game.
Do you know what? I think it's crucial for Bromley that they kept hold of Margot Cheek. He was going to score massive goals again. I think there was talks at the start of the window that he was going to go.
He's quite old though, isn't he?
He's like 33,
But
and
he's
he's
But that puts off clubs because they would think.
I'm gonna say-
but he's a goal scorer.
If he's
He scored
still scoring,
any
he's still
other
scoring.
League Two side can take him and he'll score your goals, guaranteed. He was top goal scorer last season,
I
so
want-
it's crucial that they kept him.
I wonder if perhaps the fact he's been playing in non-league and not in the Football League has helped him up to this point because
Yeah.
those legs are fitter because the pace of the football's
Probably.
slower, but perhaps.
Probably,
A little bit. It's not
It's not that much slower, but it is
No,
slower.
but-
It is slower.
a little bit.
yeah. But yeah, Bromley been really impressive. They haven't. Well, the only game they lost was Wickham midweek, and that was in the EFL Cup.
And they're a massive.
But and they beat Ipswich.
And it was on pens as well, so-
yeah, exactly. So they're unlucky there. But yeah, so I'm really impressed by Bromley. They kind of build themselves a lot on being very good defensively, and I think we've kind of seen that so far this season. As I say, keeping Margot Cheek is massive. I said any team kind of towards the bottom end, or in League Two. Mainly, you just need that number 9. That can
Yeah,
just
a goal
push you
scorer,
up.
you need it.
So many
desperately.
positions. I think
same
having
in
that.
any of these leagues, though,
Exactly.
in any of the 70,
So-
any 72 teams,
Yeah.
they just need a striker.
So having that pushes them. They were only at 5 points off players last year, and
Yeah.
I think they can kind of push on.
I think this isn't the story that I've got written down, but I think as well Chesterfield is good to talk about because they're the other team that came up
Yeah.
with Bromley, and they also look like they could get automatic.
Which kind of
this
shows
year.
the quality that's coming up from the National League into League Two. That
Oh,
these
there's
teams
so many.
can just go bounce straight up.
I think in about 10 years' time, we will have so many clubs in League Two that have come from the National League, and so many of the clubs that are currently in it would have been relegated to the National League because there's so much quality in the leagues coming up, and because of the only 2 up, 2 down, it makes the progress slower to get.
Yeah,
in.
it's ridiculous. That is not.
It should be changing soon,
It should
hopefully.
100% be changing soon, and we've got a kind of campaign going on for that. You're right. I think there's a lot of investment in National League North and South clubs at the moment. A lot of huge teams getting investment, trying to push up the football leagues, new owners, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a football revolution.
Well, even as far as like Step 4, like I know some clubs in Step 4 that have got multi-millionaire owners now. It's ridiculous, but that's all of our games to talk about. Let's move on to the quiz.
Oh God, don't test me.
I've made it slightly easier this week because it's you two. No offense, but you didn't do very well.
We will still do
2 weeks ago.
awful. So
I've tried to make it slightly easier.
Hit me.
Who plays at Brisbane Road?
Brisbane
there
Roar.
you know, Ian.
Correct.
Oh, no.
Got that very quickly.
I've only known that because I've been there.
Yeah,
That's mine.
well, that's why I had figured one of you might have been there.
No.
Who beat Preston this weekend?
God, don't ask me
For
that.
God's sake.
Name teams. You can name as many as you want.
Oxford United,
No,
West Brom,
no,
Middlesbrough.
No.
No, not Middlesbrough.
Coventry, Millwall.
no.
No, not Wrexham. They beat Millwall.
Is that all the championship
Swansea.
teams you can name? No. Well, you know more
Sunderland.
championship teams.
Portsmouth.
What, the Premier League team? He's got it right, Portsmouth. How have you said Sunderland?
Wait,
Oh, I
Sunderland.
meant Southampton. Fuck's sake.
That would be much bigger news if Southampton had beaten Portsmouth, but it's now 2-0 to Rhys. Come on, Henry, you got to get one right.
Come on, hurry up.
Who scored for Middlesbrough against Sheffield United? I said this earlier.
Conway.
Correct.
Yeah.
See, I was listening.
Well, you now can't win anymore. You're playing for pride.
I'm not. I don't
This one, I feel like, it's one where you'll either know it straight away or you won't know it. Who manages Blackpool?
Ian Holloway.
No. It is
Ian Holloway?
It's a big
Is that
name.
Swindon?
It's a big name. Well, I'd say it's a big name.
Tony Pulis.
No.
I feel like I do know this.
Yeah, I've no clue.
Do you want a clue?
Yeah.
It's an ex-Newcastle manager.
Steve Bruce.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, you got one
Wait,
at least.
I
now.
wondered where he's gone.
Oh, I thought you said Blackburn.
No, I said Blackpool.
Oh, you said. I knew. Yeah, you said Black. Oh, sorry. I thought you said Blackburn.
Got to listen.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, of course you did.
Right, and last question. Where do Gillingham play?
In
At
Gillingham.
the stadium.
Which is called?
Is it Priestfield?
Correct. I'm going to give it to you because
Yeah.
I can't be bothered for you to try and work out what prefix is. It's Priestfield Stadium.
There we go.
Yeah.
But that's all. That's everything for the quiz. So you've won the quiz 4-1. How does it feel to get one over the line?
It's amazing. Just shout out to my mum.
Proudest moment of your career?
One of them. Yeah.
Henry, what do you make of losing the quiz again?
I'm not good at quizzes, so that's fine. Happy just to be taking part. That's all that matters.
Well, have you got anything else to say before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's everything.
Make sure you follow us on TikTok and Instagram for all these clips that come up.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
Well, that is everything. As he said, make sure you follow us on all of our platforms: Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and we will see you in the next one.